Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and the proper names in Paleo Hebrew tongue. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash Ma'amath. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the word ignorantly and willingly call God or Jehovah. Bahashem meaning in the name of. Yahweh Shai meaning he who delivers, who the word ignorantly and willingly call JC today. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. And another double honor to my elder as well, Ahar One bin Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect, pushing this truth across the four winds, and to the 1/3 remnant believers on Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Shalom, Shalom. It's going to be a quick lesson put together through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, and I pray that it be edifying. Basically, it's a dream that I had this morning, and I woke up and then dozed back off. And I had this dream. It ain't no, I'm just getting right into it. Ain't no extra special dream, but it's basically along the lines of the Lord leading us on every good path. Every path, the Lord make our path, and he set us up to be at the right place at the right time. So you never in the wrong, in the world they say he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. No. Everybody, every creature, every animal is exactly where the Lord wanted to be at the right time. Even like when Abraham was about to sacrifice Isaac, the Lord had to sacrifice, walk right up to him or walk, on a nearby mountain, whatever the case may be. But the dream was basically me. I was in school. I was in a college setting, and the college had to be somewhere in Tallahassee because I remember in a dream as I'm in the college, my wife, her uncle let me hold his motorcycle. So, I got up, I came out of the school and I said, man, I'm finna go to Jacksonville and I'm finna hit my favorite food truck, 9-3 Hibachi. You know what I'm saying? So I hopped on a bike, and as I hopped on a bike, it's a settings, like it's a way to where he put it on the settings of the bike that you can only go 70 miles per hour. So all right, cool. I hop on the bike and I'm on my way to Jacksonville, sliding down I-10. From Tallahassee to Jacksonville on I-10, it had to be it's a 2-hour drive. But if you slide, you probably get there in like an hour and 30. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm riding down I-10 in the dream. It's like I'm real deal riding on I-10. I'm sliding on the bike, seeing cars passing trees. But it got to this one part in the dream to where I had to get off and go into the city, like a detour, so I could be able to get back on the highway. But as I'm about to get on the highway, it's like a traffic stop. A traffic stop. I don't know what they call it in another city, but I know here, you had the police basically checking everybody IDs and every car that ride past. And whoever turn around, they come and get you. Or if you try to turn real quick, they're going to come get you. So it was one of them type of settings in order to get on the highway. So when I seen what was going on, I hurried up and turned to the right. Right when I did that, they let everybody go, and they instantly, like two of the police officers, they start coming behind me or whatever case may be in the dream. So now I'm figuring out, I'm looking at the way how he tweaked the bike to make me go 70 miles an hour. I'm trying to put it on top speed. I'm trying to real deal slide. And I don't know what the point of me even trying to run for, because I had a license. But I think, my mindset was, this is not my bike, and I'm not finna lose somebody else's stuff or get to the point to where he lost his bike because of me, her uncle. And that was my mindset in the dream. But I had license. So I put it on max speed, but the bike was only going like 4 miles per hour. And it's like the officers, they wasn't chasing me at all. They just walked behind me. They just walked behind me waiting for me to stop. And they wasn't chasing me. They ain't run. They ain't draw their weapons and none of that. So now I'm like, man, damn. I'm praying like, please, please, please. I put it on max speed. That motherfucker going like 6 miles per hour or something. Eventually I stopped and they questioned me. I said, man, here go my license right here. I'm like, damn, I got license. So I said, here go my license right here. And that's when they was talking about confiscating the bike or whatever case may be, because it's not my bike, and waiting for a truck to pull up to take the bike and all type of things. I'm just like, and at that moment, I was in a Jake neighborhood, because when I took that right and I was going, I was by some houses, and it was a whole lot of Jakes. I remember, the women, the men that came outside, they had perfect fros, like a perfect afro. You know what I'm saying? Most of them had perfect fros, like an even fro, and they had chocolate brown skin with no bumps. It's just the skin was just like shining, like they was oiled up, perfect, like they looked healthy. And the women had like long braids, but everybody was like dark brown. So they came outside and fake like my cousins or whatever the case may be, and let me bring the bike in their house. So I'm in this front room sitting on a bike. And then the bigger, stronger brother, you know how when somebody got to take a call and they leave they open the door and go out. That's what he did. He was like, oh yeah. He got on the phone and he was like, man, I've been trying to break down that Revelations. And then he put the phone on speaker. Then he pulled out his Bible app and he's scrolling. He was like, I was trying to break down that Revelations chapter. And then he went in his phone and started looking for the chapter. And I'm looking out the screen door. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, they Israelites. You know what I'm saying? I said, they Hebrews. So then, as I was walking up to him, he motioned me. He like, the police going, hurry up, slide, go to your destination. So I hurried up and tried to go out the back door, and I seen a little brother. I was like, hey, y'all know y'all Israelites? And he was like, yeah. Now he didn't say yeah. He said, I heard about that before. And I told him, I said, the name of the Lord is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua. And he repeated it to me in a dream. He was like, Yahweh and Yahushua. And then at that moment, a Hispanic brother came out. I said, yeah, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He said, man, I heard of that before. You see what I'm saying? Mind you, now these people are beautiful. These some beautiful people, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they had perfect fro, wasn't no extra strings of hair sticking out his fro. His fro was just even all around. That's what I mean by a perfect fro. And the reason why I brought that out is because my intentions was to basically go to my favorite food truck or whatever the case may be, but the Lord had other plans in the dream, and it just made me realize that you never in the right place, you never in the wrong place at the wrong time. You always in the right place at the right time, basically. And that's what I thought about, like when I woke up, and it made me think of the story of Jonah. You know how Jonah was the Lord had plans for Jonah to do what he had to do, but Jonah was complaining the whole time, and that's kind of how I be. Like, man, what's going on, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Jonah, like, man, I ain't doing that. The Lord had his fish swallow him. After that, Jonah prophesied to Nineveh. I believe it was Nineveh. And then after that, it was so hot outside, so he was just constantly complaining and mad. You see what I'm saying? So it got to a point where he sat by the tree and he said, man, I'm gonna wait and see what happened to Nineveh. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. But it just made me realize, like, you're never in the wrong place at the wrong time, but you're always in the right place at the right time, wherever the Lord leads you. And that led me to this precept, Psalms chapter 32 and verse 7. It says, thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs and deliverance, Salah. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way that thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eyes. So right, when it's all said and done with the Lord, he going to guide us and instruct us in the way that we shall go. You see what I'm saying? The Lord going to put us on every good path, and he going to make our path plain. You see what I'm saying? To where all hell breaking loose, people panicking and moving around and moving in haste and doing whatever needs to be done to try to get the next hour of protection. You see what I'm saying? Well, we're going to be in a calm spirit because we know that the Lord got us. When it's all said and done with, we know that the Lord got us, so where we ain't going to have to, you know what I'm saying, make haste, because the Lord gonna lead us where he need us to be. So where you walking and you come across a brother that need to be built up, or a 12-hour Israelite that need to be woken up, you see what I'm saying, or a brother and sister that don't know the truth, but they name written in the Lamb's Book of Life from the foundation of the earth, and now the Lord lead you right to them so you could teach them when it's all said and done with. It says, I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with my eye. Because right in a dream, I'm thinking that I'm trying to hurry up and get back on the highway. And and the police behind me, they're just walking, making sure that I don't turn around. It's like a trap. They're leading me to where the other officers finna blitz me on the other side and stop me. And that's what happened. But they stopped me right in front of the house where the Jakes was at. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I be in real life. Because that's how I be in real life. Because the Lord had you think you finna get up and go to the park and chill. The Lord had you come to somebody just to teach them. You see what I'm saying? That's how I be every time. That's how it be every time, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 23. It says, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighted in his way. So right, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. The Lord, he put us in the right place at the right time, to be able to teach. Put you in the right place at the right time to be able to meet brothers like me when I came into the Lions Den camp. I used to always, I had a 12 tribes chart. I wouldn't even be out there teaching. I just had some headphones on, listening to the Manata Zak Bunny Yum Yum. How you be doing all of the graphic videos, the edited videos, and stuff like that. They have a little beat and have a scripture plan. I used to be listening to that. And I was like, man, I'm just go to the north side today. So I went to the north side and I went to Hilltop. It wasn't nobody outside. It wasn't a single soul outside when I went out there. Because I was going to try to teach to the people, teach to the Jakes. It wasn't a single soul. So I looked at the sky and I said, Lord, I pray somebody hear me. And I just started walking down. I don't know what street it is. I don't know if it's 45th or Moncrief. I don't know what street it is. But I saw the brother Amawan and Arakah. They was walking up to me and they had the flyers in their hand. And Arakah, he held his hand out. I think he said, call all y'all Bashim Yahshua. And I said it back. And at that moment, he knew that I was kind of on the right path. You see what I'm saying? But, the Lord basically led them to me and led me to them so I can be a part of Lions Den camp, basically. That's when I started going out to the camp. He gave me the flyers. And at that time, I was like, yeah, it's a Sabbath day. It's Saturday. He's like, nah, the Sabbath day according to the new moon. You see what I'm saying? So he basically was teaching me from the jump. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord basically led me to, the camp, leading back to this precept. Psalms 37, verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighted in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholding him with his hand. So right, the Lord orders and guides our steps in a way that we need to be going. When it's all said and done with, all the way to the end, to where we ain't gonna slip or we ain't gonna fall. 16. Proverbs chapter 16 to verse 9. It says, a man's heart devised his way, but the Lord directed his steps. So in my mindset in that dream, I'm like, man, I'm finna go to my favorite food truck. And the Lord ended up having me around some Jakes to prophesy to in a dream. And it'd be like that all the time in real life. You'll be at a job thinking that you finna go to work, but it'd be somebody of the elect there, and then you end up teaching them. You see what I'm saying? Or you're thinking that you're finna go on about your daily life, and then the Lord will have you, doing something totally different. And it says, a man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directed his step, and he's directing the steps of the men of the Lord, causing us to teach and at the right place at the right time. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be the last precept. Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 9. In verse 6, for the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the path of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, every good path. So the Lord direct our steps on every good path by giving us his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. understanding of things that need to be understood. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to these scriptures, when it comes to life in general, you see what I'm saying? Anything, the Lord give us wisdom, knowledge, understanding on all things, man, and calls us to walk whatever path He had written from us from the foundation of the earth, man. But I pray the lesson was edifying. Shalom, on to the next.